Okay, welcome back. It was a crazy day yesterday. There was a lot of insane things that went down. We're gonna talk about all 6 games, all in their own separate, all of their own separate sections. It was an insane night. I will start off with that. And with today's more chill. I could probably watch both games actually. The only 2 games that are on are Colorado and Vegas. That's at 3 p.m. And Philly and Tampa, which is at 8 p.m. So it's gonna be pretty easy throughout the time. So it's not gonna be today's not gonna be as hard as it is to review games, but this will be a game review. We will pretty much be reviewing every single game. So let's start off with the earliest game, New York and Florida. Now I did not watch this game. I watched a little snippet of it before the end of it. Isles played pretty good. They beat the Florida Panthers 5-1 to win the series 3-1 and move on to round 1. Florida's drought continues. They haven't won a playoff series, let alone made the playoffs since 2016. They haven't won a playoff series since their 3rd season in the NHL, aka when they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. It's been a while, and you gotta think, and their GM was fired also, so you gotta think that like changes need to be made in Florida. And I think with the GM firing and whoever they're gonna bring in, I forget who the intern's name is. I think he can help out the team pretty well. So yeah, and they have a chance of winning Lafreniere. Each team has a 12% chance. I've already talked about on the channel before of who I want to win Lafreniere and who I don't want to win Lafreniere. So I will likely have that discussion at the conclusion of the Toronto-Columbus series. There are teams in here that I think do need Lafreniere, but pretty much all the teams that I said don't need Lafreniere got eliminated and have the chance to get Lafreniere, which is Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Toronto if they get eliminated. Those 3 teams are really the teams that I don't want to win. I really wouldn't care if Edmonton won, but I would still be a little bit cheesed. Pittsburgh, if they won, you know, being a Flyers fan, that would make me pretty annoyed. I'm like, well, this is rigged. And then Toronto's already got a good enough core. I mentioned that already in the last video, so there's no need. Anyways, the Isles played really well, and it was a win for them. They won 5-1, 3-1 series win, and they move on to the first round. The next game which was at 2:30 p.m. ET. It was Nashville and Arizona. Let me say, it was probably one of the craziest games I've ever seen. Honestly. There was 2 goals. There was 1 goal in the first period by the Coyotes, 1 goal in the second. The Preds tied it up to make it 2-2, I think at the end of the second period. Yeah, and then in the third period, Jordan Osterley scored to make it 3-2, and then I thought we were going to win it. But then with 31 seconds remaining, the Predators, I think it was Ryan Johansson. I was so mad. I almost broke a chair. But Ryan Johansson, he scored a goal. I think it was Ryan Johansson. It might have been Matt Duchene. I don't know. Or Victor Arvidsson. He tied it up and sent it to overtime. It was like with 31 seconds left. It was a mind-blowing finish. So it was insane. Overtime was crazy at the start. I was actually getting really scared because all it took is 1 goal for us to win. That's all it took. Brad Richardson scored on UC Saros, and that sent the the Coyotes to the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time since 2012, where they made it to the Western Conference Finals. It has just been an insane year, and this team has waited so long for this. I think that they totally deserved it, and I'm very hyped to see what they do. Now, the winner of the Colorado-Vegas game is who Arizona will be playing. Actually, no, I'm sorry, loser, I think. So either way, Arizona's screwed. It's Colorado, and Colorado's Colorado. And then there's Vegas, which I think we could beat Vegas, but it'll be really tough. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard. So yeah, anyways. The game after that, what was the game after that? I think I want to say it was Pittsburgh and Montreal. There was multiple. No, yeah, it was Pittsburgh and Montreal because the Edmonton. Yeah, so Pittsburgh and Montreal. Very low scoring game throughout the throughout it. The 2 goals that were scored were at the end. Were towards the end of the game. So it was a very close game. Jari kept the Pens in it. Price kept the Canadians in it. It was a very close game by both teams. I was very excited to watch this game. And being biased, I'm glad Pittsburgh lost. Being unbiased sucks. But I do want to congratulate the Penguins for an absolute stellar season. They overcame a crap ton of injuries. Crosby was injured at one point. Malkin was injured at one point. Getzel was injured at one point. Everyone was pretty much injured at one point, to be honest with you. So, like, Letang, I think, was, too. So, it was just a crazy year up and down for injuries for the Pens. I'm surprised they got this far to only third in their division. They were only really, like, 3 points away from second. Giving credit to them there. And the Habs, they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs. But after how they played in the series, they deserved to be first in the league. Because they played awesome in these 4 games. And even the one they lost, they didn't even play too bad. So, I'm very happy for the Canadians. I hope they do some well. They're likely going to play the Flyers or Tampa. I think it depends on the winner of that game today. So, good luck for that. And then after that, I want to say it was Edmonton and Chicago. So after that was Edmonton and Chicago. Edmonton was outplayed the entire series. Except, I wouldn't even say they were outplayed game 2, to be honest with you. They were just outplayed by the Blackhawks. I generally thought that it was a tough series. Because, Chicago, they have all their good players, and so does Edmonton. So, they're pretty much even when it comes to talent. So that kind of was making me think, who's really the best at this? And Chicago was apparently the best at it. They won the series. They won the game last night 3-1, which made them win the series 3-1, which made them move on to the first round. I think they'll be playing Vancouver. I don't know who they'll be playing. We'll get them decided probably after this game. Probably after the end of the games today, and then the Toronto CBJ Game 5. Which will be interesting, if I may say so. I might go live for it since it's on Sunday, but it really depends on what time it is on Sunday. So, anyways, very good game by Chicago. Edmonton got outplayed, and Edmonton goes into the odds for Lafreniere. Am I happy about that? Not really, but it is what it is. And I hope they don't win, along with a few other teams. So yeah, there you go. All right. Anyways. Moving on now. We're moving on to probably the craziest game out of all of these. The Leafs and the Blue Jackets game. Now, the Blue Jackets were up 3-0 with 4 minutes left in the third period. Hot Take Hockey, who is a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, was going ballistic. I'm like, oh, good God. So I was thinking to myself, this is it. This is over for the Leafs. And I remember I said in the video in the morning before the game, I was like, they don't deserve to move on. They don't deserve to move on. And now looking back at this game and how good they played, I was wrong. I was totally wrong. I'll take full credit for that. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-3 by scoring 3 goals in 4 minutes in regulation, and then scoring a goal in overtime by Austin Matthews. It was such a great game. It was such a great game by the team. They didn't really play well until that remaining 4 minutes left. But I still give credit to them. I'll give credit to them where it is. They played well. I'll give credit to Columbus. At least you scored the 3 goals, but you can't blow a 3-0 lead like that. You're not Toronto. Come on. They pulled a 2013 out of their butt. Toronto did. So I think it was a very good game by them. And finally, and that game will move on to Game 5 on Sunday. Just to let you guys know. And finally, the final game was Vancouver and Minnesota. Now, this was an also interesting game because it was pretty close. The Wild were taking the lead at one point, the Canucks were taking the lead at one point, and eventually went into overtime where Chris Tanev put an end to it. Very good goal by Tanev. I expect the Canucks to move on. I think I actually got half of my predictions right. Apart from Pittsburgh, Montreal, Arizona, and Nashville, I think I could really see it. I think I said in my preview for the Edmonton Chicago, I think I said I could see either team winning it because they were both really good teams. But at the time I thought Chicago's core was kind of dying, like their old core, like the players that they have, Duncan Keith, Jonathan Tays, Patrick Kane, Corey Crawford. I thought those players were dying, and it was really just gonna be Boquist, Kubalik, and DeBrincat that were gonna be leading this team. But no, they're not done yet. But anyways, it was a very good game by Vancouver. Peace out to Minnesota. You have odds to win the to get Lafreniere. I hope you do get Lafreniere, because if they get Lafreniere, that would be perfect for Minnesota. That would help out their team a lot. Now, by a lot, I mean a lot. So I gotta give huge credit to Minnesota where it's due. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We might have an exhibition review of the games today. Maybe late tonight, since there's only 2 and it's probably gonna end at 11. And or the next morning. And the next morning we have a very special video planned in the afternoon. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We're currently at 331 subscribers. It's been insane that we hit like 100. We hit like 300 a week ago, and we're already 30. We're already 70 away from 400. So it's been a crazy run. This coming week is gonna be very busy. I thank you guys so much for the constant support, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.